So here is a video where I'm just going to kind of think out loud. And the original purpose of this video is to try to answer a question that was in a comment from yesterday's video. And it is, what is the electric field and what is the magnetic field? And the honest answer to that question is, I don't entirely know. It's not that easy to explain. One of the best explanations that I've seen is on a YouTube channel called Science Clicks, which I will mention in the description for this video. But I will try to think out loud about it a little bit here. And I don't think I'll be able to come to any solid conclusion about it, but we'll see where these thoughts go. So, I guess the first time I saw it was when I was a little kid in school. No, probably not even in school. I think it was when one of my babysitters, right, when I was a little kid, my parents, or my dad, he was a college professor, and I was a kid in this program at the college. I was like a science subject, for childhood development and childhood education. And so these college girls would come and babysit me, and they were using me as a guinea pig for childhood education. So they would educate me on things, and one of those things was the electromagnetic field. And so the first memory I have of it was just my babysitter taking a magnet and some powdered iron, like steel wool that has been ground up into little filings, and putting the magnet down on it, and all the little filings formed lines that they lined up between the North Pole, and they curled around to the South Pole. And she said that is the magnetic field. Okay. Also, she had a battery, and then a coiled up wire into a coil called a solenoid, and put a nail in the middle of it, and that created a magnet and made the iron filings do the same thing as the permanent magnet did. Now, the electric field was the thing between the positive and negative poles of the battery that made the electrons move in the wire, and then created the magnetic field. So now in a generator, if you take a magnet and move it around, it will induce, that magnetic field will induce an electric field in the wire, and that electric field will cause the electrons to move, and you create electricity. That's a generator. The equations that describe all this are the Maxwell equations. You can look those up. The Maxwell equations are expressed in terms of differential or integral vector calculus. So it takes some education to get to where you can really understand what they're saying. But basically what they say is the same thing that you observe when you put a magnet down on some iron filings, or when you take that coil and hook it up to a battery and it creates a magnet. Those equations predict that is what is going to happen. So those equations are a model for that very phenomenon. So, back when I was a kid, the babysitter did not really tell me exactly what the electric and magnetic fields are. What she did was demonstrate them to me. And yeah, that was fine. I really did kind of have an understanding of the magnetic field. The magnetic field, I would say, is easier to understand than the electric field. Yeah. What else? Well, there was another babysitter that took me to the airport, and I got to go up in the control tower and watch the air traffic controllers do their work. I got to watch the planes coming in and taking off and listen to what they had to say to the pilots. That was so exciting. And, keep in mind, I was 5 years old for part of that. I was 6 years old for the other part of it. Yeah, that was awesome. And then there was the one that took me to the chemistry lab at the college. And we mixed chemicals that would create solutions with particular colors. We had the red solution, which was phenolphthalein and a base, an acid, right? Because phenolphthalein is an indicator. I think if it turns red, it's an acid, and blue is for a base. Pretty sure. Then there, the college has a telescope. So I got to see that, and man, that was, as I think back, what an awesome set of childhood memories. All because of an early childhood education project that the college students were doing. That college, Concordia, I ended up, my dad taught there, my mom was a student there, and my grandparents both taught there, and my aunt went there as a student. My grandparents were also students. Yeah, quite the place. And it is why in a lot of my videos you're going to see me wearing a shirt that says Concordia on it. A lot of memories there. Childhood memories and memories as a student. So yeah, this is one of those videos where it's stream of consciousness. I'm just kind of chit-chatting, talking about whatever comes to mind, which is not my usual thing. I am quite the introvert. And, I guess there is one setting where, well, there are a few settings where I can do this, where I can just speak openly, no filter. And, when I'm hanging out with my friends, although, a lot of my friends are 3D sorts of people, and we will talk about 3D sorts of things. And if I were to start talking about my spirit guides, if I were to let them know about my suspicion that perhaps I'm a starseed, they might get a little weirded out. Maybe I should give them more credit, though, because I haven't tried to say that I'm a starseed. I haven't had the courage to be that authentic with my in-person 3D friend circle yet. Maybe somehow they will come upon, one or more of them will come upon these videos, and then they'll see. But okay, tea time. That is where I have been able to totally and authentically express myself. Because at tea time, anything goes. And that's why I love it. And that's why I want to promote it and let it thrive and grow and build an entire community, an intentional community around this concept of being wide open, authentic, and saying whatever is on your mind. I mean, maybe I'm going to have a discussion with somebody about why I like Skippy creamy peanut butter the best. And I'm not such a fan of chunky peanut butter. Just something about it. I like the creamy peanut butter better. Or maybe we'll be discussing together and trying to come up with a notion of what really is the electromagnetic field. Try to arrive at an explanation that is going to be relatable to people in general. Maybe we will be talking about our spirit guides and what we've been receiving from our spirit guides. Maybe we'll be comparing notes having to do with our starseed experience. Like, you know, if I really am one of those, I can't tell you what planet. You know, the starseeds on the internet talk about Pleiadians, Arcturians. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what, whether I'm from Arcturus or the Pleiades or what are some other ones? Well, yeah. So, all right. So the video is authentic. And this one, as opposed to the other takes that I've done on this, I'm actually going to post. So, shout out to the creator that inspired me to sit in the car and talk like this. The title of her channel is just Love, Love, Love. Small channel. Happy to have found it. And she just sits in her car and says whatever comes to mind. And I find myself entirely interested in what she has to say, no matter how random or how organized it might be. So that inspires me to do the same thing. So here I am. And I believe her name is Ellie. And Ellie, if you're watching, I'm going to say thank you. Because of you, this video is going to make it to YouTube. Yeah. Hey, maybe you would like to come to tea time one of these times. That'd be cool. All right, so with that, I'm going to go into the gas station and buy some chicken wings. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it might be for you. Bye.